Ну що, сьогодні продовжимо. Hogwarts. Що будемо робити?
Take things.
Що будемо робити? Ага, ну значить давайте по сюжету, що в нас є. Сум. Ну давайте от дракончик. Тому що дракони то святе.
Proud of all the potions you've brewed. Oh dear, Deke thinks perhaps you didn't know Deke was near.
О, це нам куди? Сміт. Ну, поїхав в Хоксміт, що.
Can't thank you enough.
Over here. This is a change of pace from our last outing. Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before. The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior. That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures? Exactly. Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg. That's a good idea. We need to see this through. I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you? Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a port key that led us there after the dragon attack.
Прикольно, що вона всім
It's a
розказує.
bit of a long story, and Fig
Таємниця.
had asked that I not speak of it yet. Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Це потім.
So frustrating. You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you, and she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Да, газель же ж воно супер непомітне.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade for now.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you? You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Randrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Де в нас Аміт? Шкода, що ми не катаємося.
Hello there.
Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Serona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Serona trusts him, then I feel much better.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Прикольна логіка. Якась жіночка довіряє, тоді все можна довіряти. Тоді все нормально. Скільки у нас всього не відкрито.
I know what that means. Merlin trial.
Тобто прикольно, ти куди?
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here.
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Gok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bagalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than
А
you
він,
can
типу, не може
speak
це
it.
прочитати
I can,
перестаном?
sir, Lord Gok.
Just Lodgok.
Ну це ж супер логічно.
Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return.
Що стелс це
I
наше
shall see you soon.
Блін. Оце нам дуже потрібно. Так, треба не забути про це. Стелс це прям наш канал. О, у мене ще є оце. Прикольно. Якось, мабуть, так нам треба.
Clever.
Revelio. door is looking at us. Revelio.
Що тут є щось, що вам потрібно? Це ми потім виконаємо. Його треба кудись штовхнути.
Yes, of course. Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mind. It's even grander than I had expected. I'll be quiet. I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
Амітом ми не можемо лишити там на горі.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine. I've read about mines like this. See, it's something else altogether.
Ай. А чого в мене достигнуло?
Keep your wits about you, Amit. I'll get you through this mine.
Блін, мені дуже подобається цей як? Ми ж в стелсі. Ти що? Нікого нема, пацани, вам здалося.
Hello? How nice of you to stop by.
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word.
I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see.
We're being watched by a door.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Ну да, коли в стелсі треба ж розмовляти, так він краще працює.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around here somewhere.
You ought to come back on footing.
Revelio.
Це ми заберемо.
Wait a moment. Not quiet enough.
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Чш. Не шуми.
Revelio.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Wouldn't mind a plum job at Gringotts. Suit me, sitting around all day. Mind you, suppose it could get a bit boring.
Look as they tell us.
Who is it? What's that? Meant for me. You can't stop us. On the other ground, down!
Descendo!
You won't stop later.
Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Confringo! This is more complex than I had expected. Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
Revelio. Arrested momentum. Accio. Closer. Revelio.
О, крісло це прикольна штука.
Revelio. Revelio.
Yes, of course.
Goblins will finally rule over wizards.
Revelio.
Let's get this over with. Number up wide. You are pathetic. Use that balance.
them are there?
That should be the last of them, Amit. Revelio.
Так, а що, нічого не дають звички в ній?
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we?
Revelio.
Щось від...
Revelio.
Що?
Revelio.
Ага, ліфт нам відкрили.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found.
I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see. I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
Що, ми не підемо вбивати їх всі?
Hello, Amora.
Не, ну залутали прикольні штуки.
We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed. Can we please...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who'd set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lord Gog, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake.
Нормальний в нього манік для шахтаря.
Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals. But the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Це треба вміти так написати в страти діалогу, що абсолютно пофіг, що вони розказують. А, блін, ми тут вже були, да? А, ні, не були.
Revelio. I hope Professor Fitz...
I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spin Witches as soon as you can.
Ця мітла, це прикольно, це ми будемо робити.
Oh, here's a pleasant surprise.
Боже.
Revelio.
Що, тебе кудись заштовхнути, да, треба?
Revelio.
А, нам його туди треба закрити. Його треба гнати
I should
до пульсу,
investigate.
а не цю. Від цього квест буде цікавіший трошечки. Так, де ця фігня? Ні, це ж зовсім інші справи. Так же, що дійсно прикольніше.
These Merlin trials won't get the best of me. Revelio. Revelio.
Це все? Це що, нас типу готує до третього випробування? Ну, давайте спочатку мітла.
Ever been a vampire?
Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you.
Ніхрена собі.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Час давати ще може тварину. Може ще хоч 500-600 зберемо.
Hello there. Please, come in. Let me know if you need help finding anything.
Якийсь не дуже дивний маршрут він нам проклав.
Now, what sorts of beast byproducts might you be looking to acquire?
Це звичайний тестрал, да? Блин, що це ціни? Жаба 120, ніфлер 120 і велетенська коняка 120. Блин, ніфлерів шкода. Вони класні. Так, що ми ще
I'll not
можемо
mind seeing you here again. Consider yourself welcome.
Треба десь намотити ще трошечки.
Revelio.
I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan.
Що тут робити? Наче монетки знайшли, нормально.
I'll fix him.
You're back. Nice to see you again. You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you.
А, ну це ж ті ж мітли, що в нас є, окей.
You're all set with the new upgrade. I can't wait to hear what you think. This may sound presumptuous, but...
You'd like me to report back with even more flight details?
You know me well. I feel I'm almost there. I just think I can improve broom flight a bit more. Miss Reye's is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really, what with rumours of Ranrock's lot and Ashwinders infiltrating the place. However, if you're flying high above them, you should be all right, I think.
Мені так подобаються ці квести. Це дуже небезпечно, але ось
I hope
координати.
you are able to complete these trials. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a sweeping success. Do be careful, of course. I shall look forward to hearing from you soon.
Будь ласка, находіть ось по цьому от
I look forward to our next
адресу, там
meeting.
вас чекають неприємності. Дуже дивно.
Perhaps I could test out my new upgrade on the way.
Ого, де воно? Що це таке? Так, ну давайте через Натті будемо йти. А, ну нормально у нас є. Тут ТПшечка, тут є ТПшечка. Охренеть. Блін, а може на інший кінець мапи бігти.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Very well. I'll speak with them. See what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more
Вбивство,
freely.
потім мітла. Ми ж добре чекали.
Not enough reflection.
That's a conscientious.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby. Oh, Isco, what have I done? Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Ну, система охорони в банку прям супер надійна.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you.
Прям максимально.
Now to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends. Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I would like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Прикольно, що чувак тільки що видав замовлення на вбивство.
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Revelio. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty. Like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there. Natty must be around here somewhere.
Що, ми реально не можемо тут перестрибнути?
Revelio. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Дуже важко було її знайти, прям не знаю, як вам це вдалося.
Footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward.
Що так?
Hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Ага, це тут ми
Alive.
Revelio.
Be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Just keep an eye out.
Ну як вона мене бачить?
I'd remember my father speak of these times. Seems now they're upon me, they tell quite a...
I don't want to work with goblins.
What does this tell us?
Suppose it's worth it.
What was that sound? Perhaps it's dinner I'm hearing.
Що? Господи, ця система з Assassin's Creed, коли ти не можеш зробити таємне вбивство, тому що у опонента вищий рівень, це просто така сама. І типу я тільки що підкрався до ворога і не можу його вбити, тому що його рівень більше, ніж мій. Мені здається, найтупіше, що колись зробила Ubisoft. Оце цю систему рівнів.
I'm just warming up. Expulsion!
This has become personal.
Revelio. Book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back.
Нам треба ще цю фігню знайти для цих вельми цікавих персонажів, на яких нам пофіг.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it. Revelio.
Hey!
Шиюн кардиум левиоса. Так, ну ми як справжня добра чаклунка всіх повбивали. Заборонені спели поюзали, ми ж точно добре. Це для стелсу. Так, ми ж по стелсу говоримо. Ось мені подобається цей кабінет.
Mr. Rabe? Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon me. It must be your presence.
Revelio.
А де його паличка?
Mr. Abe's wand could be in there. Hello, Amora.
О, Господи.
Mr. Rabe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back.
Оце пошуки.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Не знаю навіть, як ми це знайшли. Блін, я хочу собі таке в кімнаті. Ніхрена собі вона вміє. Клас. Реально хочу таке в кімнаті на вимогу.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
Серйозно,
My
містер
pleasure.
Іско?
And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to separate with you both,
Він, да, тебе
but I can
врятував?
try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friend.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Вибач, Натті, я знайшов реально класну розвагу в цій грі. Давай, молодець. Блін, це дуже заліпательно. Клас. Це був найкращий квест в цій грі.
Revelio.
Що за балалаєчка? Так а що, все, на нас ніхто не нападе?
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
Revelio.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe.
Тепер ми вбиваємо ще й людей.
Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
With all due respect, Officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this.
Справа в тому, що вони мертві.
Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Ну, ми ж допомогли слідцю, що їх всіх.
Alohomora.
Ж молодці. Таке враження, що ми за якогось карателя граємо, що якийсь месник, який просто вбиває зло.
Alohomora. Revelio.
Що, це вся хатка?
Mine now, demiguise.
Де?
Aloha Mora.
Ну, ми просто вночі вдираємося до людей в домівку. Ну, ми ж від цього не стали поганими людьми, правда ж? Просто їх трошечки обікрали, ну, з ким не буває.
Aloha Mora. Revelio. Revelio.
You're back! Nice to see you again.
Це не потрібно. Це давайте подивимося. Мітла це чисто для колекції, це все потім.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Важко. Ага, оце ми ще не виконали. Що, давайте швиденько політаємо, а потім підемо виконаємо третє випробування. А як ми туди пройдемо? Ми ж, мабуть, ще не виконали ті квести, щоб нам відкрилася та частина. Там же, здається, якось треба через підземний хід чи щось таке йти. Оу. Нам сюди чи куди? Супер точність. Так, а реально ми можемо туди потрапити? Короче, хрен знає. Потім політаємо.
Welcome back.
А це ж Дари Смерті, да, здається?
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. We'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Супер, ходімо. Шукати кабінет директора школи.
How will I
Це ж
gain
мрія.
access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
I've always said that travel...
Наступне у нас буде вбити математичку. Що це був за звук?
Revelio. Alohomora.
You are the talk of the school.
Revelio.
From the Ashlanders. We have come so far. We should
Almost
discuss the
bold,
next
huh?
steps in our plan to stop Harlow.
І маленького заберемо.
Alohomora. Revelio.
Це ж так, а що у нас ще за квести з'явилися? Поговорити з Натті. Давайте з Натті, щоб піти ще когось бити, а потім вже основний квест.
Revelio.
Ладно, дракон шикарний. Що сундучок?
Revelio.
А що ж таке, що воно все через стінку?
I have some promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you-know-what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
Блін, це теж непоганий квест.
I have been meaning to speak with you.
Та тут просто валявся на полу, все нормально.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
If she knew more about what you've done, I suspect she'd be proud.
If she knew any more about what I've done, she would never let me out of her sight again.
I'm sorry. Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was. Truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed. Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all.
Цей квест розпочнемо вже.
You know I hate being left out.
Revelio.
Так, а в нього ж є статуеточка ще.
What do we have here? A demiguise. Mine now, demiguise. Revelio. Now here's Professor Fig. The keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And, sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more. How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Professor, a moment of your time, please. Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student? Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather...
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better!
Oops, nie tudy.
When I witness what passes for magic in these halls,
What could the headmaster want?
Gareth! Mr. Weasley, what are you doing here? Don't you have, somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor, yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago, muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of his billywig stings recently went missing. Prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself a skilled potioneer.
What? But
Sir, I haven't been anywhere near Honeydukes.
Bah! That's enough from you. Just know that I have eyes and ears everywhere. On your way, Mr. Weasley.
Well, there's one for my diary.
Ah! I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside.
Headmaster, here, what could he want?
Цікаво, він бачить свою магічною паличкою, що це не справжній директор?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's. Has anyone seen...
Something is very wrong.
Professor, a word? Professor Black? Again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children.
Так, куди ми біжимо? Прикольно, що Вадик весь кудись з'їхав. Ах, нічого не доступно. Так а куди бігти? Вигадати дещо головний зал тут.
Let's be sure we mix it.
Ні, ну він же не тут, головний зал десь. Так, велика зала, воно сюди.
I adore playing rhythm chess. It's not about anything I've been doing.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off.
Я думав, що вони якось можуть прикликати, типу, своїх ельфів.
I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the ministry.
Professor, I need to speak to you. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig. I shall know.
Wow. Оце клас.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Scrope's as hard a worker as any house elf.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
Of course I remember. It's the Black family reigns.
Is Master giving Scrope a test?
But certainly I remember. It's still stronger together, no?
Master has made Scrope laugh.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
But Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
Мені треба поговорити з учнем. А що, він не буде казати нічого учню?
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now, to speak the password to the gargoyle.
Так, а куди нам йти? Чекаємо, ясно, поки запуститься квест.
Revelio.
Кончуся до сундучків.
Revelio.
Блін, серйозно, 3-го рівня.
Alohomora. Revelio.
Що ще я чую десь, я не розумію, що ще блінкає. Тут настільки цікаві записки, що навіть не цікаво читати.
Revelio.
Ой, згадати б ще, як ця фігня відкривається. Ні, там же, здається, оце в башні відкривається.
Revelio.
З маятниками, здається, потім можна потрапити сюди. Або ні. Чи поки що ми це не перевіримо. Звідси ми прийшли.
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password.
Lumos. Revelio.
А де вона, на горі чи де? Чи тут якісь спели треба показувати?
Reparo. Leviosa. Revelio. Leviosa. Revelio.
Ця штука, ладно, потім подивимось. Де? На горі? На горі. Да, нам, скоріш за все, на гору. Ось там його будемо.
Toujours pure. I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto. Revelio.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time? Revelio. That must be the pedestal.
No. А що ще дзвонить? Сюди можемо вийти? Сюди ми можемо вийти. Коротше, все зроблено так, щоб ми на кожну локацію поверталися по декілька разів. А чого не можемо вийти? Окей.
Revelio.
А тут же була десь демігос, ні? А, ну да, вона під замком. Ну да, це було б дуже просто. Пройти і забрати. Ну що, полетіло? Ой, там буде така нормальна буде, скільки я пам'ятаю. Там буде багато тролів, всякої такої фігні.
Where am I? Professor Fitzgerald, can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me. In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
Може, треба було це завтра пройти?
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
I'd best move while I can. Neve must be here somewhere. I need to time this just right. I see. A staircase straight ahead.
Ну, це класна місія. Дуже шкода, що таких тут дуже мало. Типу, реально зі своїм сюжетом, зі своєю якоюсь історією.
How could this happen?
Доволі реально така мрачна.
A ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go
Те,
up
що
there.
ми суперобрані, які можуть робити все, що хочуть.
They're gone. For now. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be? Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go. But I need to find a way past them. Nothing this way but more danger. There must be another way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. That doorway looks like the only safe way forward. Now's my chance. That's the way forward.
Перший Дари Смерті є.
Can this be? I think I'm invisible. They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them. This is the way forward. Finally free. Now, where are you, Neve?
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide. Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
Та ми знаємо, що це бузина, давай. Може тепер сильніше, ніж Дамблдор?
I've never felt such power.
Що за спели? Ага, ми не можемо обирати спели, окей.
Rebellion.
Не люблю такі штуки. Росіянець. трошечки страшненько така. А чому ми без маски? Головна битва там буде важкою, наскільки я пам'ятаю, там буде стільки всього. Ага, Протего є, ну теж непогано. О, ось тут буде заміс. Наскільки я пам'ятаю. Я щось взагалі забув, як Дамблдор знайшов цю паличку. Таке враження, що трошки підглючило, що вона тільки 4 слова знає. Мені дуже подобається, чисто одну і ту ж послідовність бити. Як думати смерть? Ах ти ж насправді зробили б так, що типу пройшов першу хвилю, і не треба проходити знову. Ну реально зайобує. Типу 4 спели і срань.
Protego!
У мене просто ще не попали, кулаки працюють, все нормально. Ну блін, я просто роблю 2 кулака, він мене б'є на 3-й. Проблема виключно в тролі. Все інше нормально, розвитаються нормально. Протега не захищає, кувырки в сраці. Воно нічого важкого, просто тебе дамажить спершу і ти не можеш це ніяк задефати. Спелені достатньо правильно, тут не стільки зроблені крила. Це ще одне.
Send Revelio.
Тут, до речі, можна було б дати і заборонені спели.
A simple stone. This must be for me.
Far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
I can't believe she's dead.
Oh, poor Neve. Gone so young.
Let us always honor her memory.
May her memory be a treasure to us forever.
Смерть тут дуже класно зроблена. Це, мабуть, один з реально з найкращих квестів у цій грі.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self. But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should.
Шкода цей квест завершувати, він прям реально кайф.
Remember that as you witness my memory.
А вона посміхається, да, те, що вона йде по царству мертвих.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable, wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands.
You saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
А вона ще й жалилася. Нормально.
This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Ну, взагалі було б логічніше, якби ми були викладачем, а не школяром. Ну, типу, вбити 100 темних чаклунів якось дивно для дівчинки 15 років. Ще й спуфіндує. Це ж не якийсь там Слізерін. Ну, типу, а спели ми там, а ви пам'ятаєте там спел з першого курсу Аллахамора, там щось таке? Ну, було б воно якось логічніше, ніж те, що ми бігаємо і вдень, і вночі і вбиваємо все живе.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
You are so...
Young. I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed. Was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I was amazed to see that it seemed to give her some sort of power, and that she could harness it. But how?
I worry that you seem more intrigued than repulsed. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizard kind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was, and she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragbor.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
I shouldn't have reacted so bitterly about your goblin friend.
Бомбада в нас є. Так, ну це будемо вже завтра проходити. Але добре.
Apologize. I hope we can finish what we started with the triptych. Please meet me at the southern coast. We can search for the final canvas piece.
Сейчас нам смс-очки у квестах попроходять.
Revelio.
Так, а що, тягни поле в нас є? Є.
Hello, are you here for Summoner's Court?
That I am. Don't expect to be as lucky here as you were in Crossed Wands. Speaking of which, care to play a match?
Of course, Charlotte.
Then may the best summoner win.
Ну, ми знаємо, хто переможе. О, це важка штука, прикольно. Ніхрена собі вона гепнула. Це скільки? 40?
Precisely as planned.
30, окей.
Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that. Accio!
Головне, щоб війна мої не позбавила. Not bad.
Precisely as planned. Nice technique. Accio!
Ох, і вона сотеньку б'є.
Precisely as planned.
Ой, це нічия, да?
Nice technique. You almost beat me there, but I almost beat you too.
Ну що, давай ще раз, що робити?
Hard luck. Care for another round?
Звичайно.
Absolutely. Don't count me out yet.
That's the spirit. Accio!
Ні, ну це не чесно. Прям з першого
Precisely
разу.
as planned.
Окей. Блін, 10. Погано.
Such grace. Finesse. Accio!
Так, ну наша ціль двоєчкою
Precisely as
бахнуть
planned.
от сюди. Ой-ой.
Nice technique. Accio!
Тобі пощастило мало.
Precisely as planned. Didn't I say I adore competition?
Давай ще раз.
Potato!
Hard luck. Care for another round?
Absolutely. Don't count me out yet.
That's the spirit. Accio!
А, вона б'є по одній же траєкторії. Прикольно.
Precisely as planned.
Ой, як я його сильно заплутав.
Such grace. Finesse. Accio! Precisely as planned. Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that. Accio! as planned. Such grace. Finesse.
Accio! Flipendo! Protego!
Hard luck. Care for another round?
Absolutely. Don't count me out yet.
That's the spirit.
Це буде нескінченна місія.
Accio!
Ні, вона реально в одну і ту ж точку кидає майже.
Precisely as planned. Such grace. Finesse. Accio! Nice technique. Accio! Precisely as planned.
Ні, все одно не перемогли її.
Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that.
Коротше, перша спроба була найприкольніша.
Hard luck. Care for another round?
Absolutely. Don't count me out yet.
That's the spirit. Accio! Precisely as planned.
Блін, ну починаю тут затягувати, я його ніяк не можу закинути на полтинник.
Precisely as planned. Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that. Accio! Precisely as planned.
Ну, це єдиний шанс мене виграти.
Nice technique. Wow, you are good. I'm not too proud to admit when I've lost. Where did you learn to play like that?
I practice as much as I can.
Practice, eh? I suppose I could try that. Well, you've only one opponent left now. I won't say more than that, but let's just say he's the best for a reason.
у нас ж, мабуть, тут всякої фігні купа. Ого. Це було.
Deke has some exciting...
Ой, треба ще піти подивитися на це. А то вже давайте завтра. Виклич-поле пройшли і на тому добре. Цікаво, що там у Діка за новини.
Hello, Deke. Professor Weasley said you had an idea.
Indeed, Deke does. Deke knows that you want to learn about all sorts of beasts, and Deke recently heard rumors of a phoenix nest in a nearby mountain.
A phoenix nest? I wonder if it belongs to the phoenix Natty mentioned, the one Harlow and the poacher pack are after.
Deke would not doubt it. If Deke has heard of it, surely the nasty poachers have as well, which means it could be in danger.
Well, I'd better go and rescue it then, hadn't I?
Deke thinks so. So majestic a beast should not fall into such vile hands. Deke is not sure why, but Deke feels that saving a phoenix might help to make amends for what happened with Deke's prior master. Deke hopes that you are able to find the phoenix and bring it to the room where it will be safe.
На пір'я. Ага. Ні, ну це теж ми завтра. Так, ну що, тоді давайте до завтра. Завтра продовжимо це все. У нас тут буде нормальні квести. Цей прикольний. Фенікс прикольний. Мітла то срань. Все, тоді до завтра. Всім гарного вечора. Все. До завтра.